everyone, Real Learn Magic here, and I'm going to now try to quickly cover the Options tab under the About Land window. Um, Open it up, make sure you're at this spot that I'm at here, and I'm going to explain things fairly quickly. I hope if you have any additional questions you will contact your instructor because this one is a little bit more complex. To start with, we'll start at the bottom of this window. The landing point is you can set it to where you're standing at that moment, and that means when anytime someone teleports or onto that parcel of land, they will land exactly in that spot. Everyone except for you, the owner of the land, you will still go wherever you want to if you teleport in a different spot or you create a landmark in a different spot. It'll work for you, but anybody who creates a landmark now in this parcel will always land in the spot where I'm standing. That is what setting the landing point means. The snapshot, it works by, you can put a picture there. Here's one I took of myself on this plot of land, see? So now anytime somebody creates a landmark here, it's going to have that image on that to help them remember what is that. So if they open it up, that landmark, oh, oops, I teleported there. If they open up the properties of that landmark, or they open up the About landmark, it'll show that and show the picture. And that's what the picture is in that spot. Also, moving back up, you will not want to click mature content. This is a PG island, and we do not allow things that would be listed under the mature content here on the island. So you'll leave that empty. Also, you'll not want to be listing your place in search because that is used for businesses and people trying to sell things, so that when someone does a search for the name of that parcel or that person's name, it'll, the owner of the parcel's name, it'll come up in the search so that people can find that business easier. The no pushing has to do with, and the safe has to do with role-playing sims where they allow damage to other people. If I turn off safe, it'll, well, it takes a minute, but it'll show up here that there's I am at 100% health. Well, you really aren't going to be creating role-playing environments in your tiny little parcels here. So go ahead and just keep safe off. And you can allow pushing, which is just bumping into each other and moving each other. It doesn't really hurt anything. Now, this top part of this menu is the most important part. This is where you control what other people can do on your parcel. In this case, I had everything checked, but now if I take off edit terrain, only I as the owner can edit the terrain. You generally want, if you want your land to be open to other people, would like your friends to be able to create landmarks there, so that's usually good to keep checked. And if you want to make it so people cannot fly on your land, well, it doesn't affect you, the owner, as you see for me, but now any visitors would be unable to fly on this land. A lot of clubs or role-play environments where they want it to be more authentic, where flight was not able to happen in medieval America, or medieval, I'm sorry, Europe, they would not have flying, and so they limit that, and that's an option. In this case, then we have create objects, object entry, and run scripts. These are the different things you can do. Now, object entry has to do with creating an object somewhere else and then having it moved into that parcel. If you have object entry shut off, then nobody can move objects from their parcel into your parcel. Create objects obviously is people building on your land. And the last one is running scripts, which can include some pretty nasty griefing scripts out there. So you'll, in general, not want to allow all residents to run scripts if you also allow them to create objects. A lot of times it's an either or. But running scripts allows people to use their huggers or other talking things that are kind of fun. So you'll have to make that choice. You can turn it off to all residents so that only those within the Rio Salado College group, because remember in the general tab we set the group to Rio Salado College group here. So if you allow the group to do it, then your classmates will be able to res items or push items into your parcel. So it's probably a good idea to turn off object entry since you're all learning to build. You don't want people accidentally pushing things in. So if it gets pushed into your land, it'll automatically be returned to them. And creating objects, if you want to collaborate with a classmate, you want to open this up at least to group, and if you're both wearing your Rio Salado College tags, you'll both be able to res things and build together on your parcel. If you want nobody besides yourself to be able to build on the land, you'll want to turn that off. And that is the Options tab on the About Land menu.